Warning, my head is gonna hurt.
Hello everyone, and welcome to the ASOTV podcast for Legends of Tomorrow, Season 2, Episode 10, The Legion of Doom. I'm your host, Clio, and with me I have Rachel, Nikki, and Dom somewhere.
Hi.
Somewhere. We're there somewhere.
I don't know.
How's it going?
Good. The intro was done by the Legion of Doom!
Oh my god, it was
That
fantastic.
was awesome!
By Dark.
Because they didn't call themselves the Legion of Doom, that's the only thing.
Yeah, well that's the nickname that,
I know.
what's his face?
The
Nate
legend.
gave him.
Nate gave it.
Nate? Yeah,
Nate,
Nate.
yeah.
Yeah.
But, yeah, that intro was great.
I really
And
liked that it
it-
focused on them.
Yeah.
This is...
We're
I'm
going
gonna go
to
out on a
time
limb.
to change our past and future. It's like,
I'm gonna go out on a limb and say this was the best episode of Legends of Tomorrow ever. Of all the seasons.
All the seasons, all the two.
All the two.
I'm gonna say that I agree with you. For the main reason where I didn't have an oh shiny moment and get distracted and walk away from watching the show and have to come back and rewind.
It was great. That
It was
Good
good.
episode.
It was.
Seeing
It was
more of
definitely
the Legion was really fascinating.
I actually found them hilarious.
Oh my god, they were great.
They were like a married couple.
It was like the Odd Couple. It was
Well, I mean,
hilarious.
Honestly, Phil, he's not rich.
Phil.
Yet.
Phil.
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 It's Phil.
What did Dark call him? A dirty hippie?
Yep.
Filthy hippie. Anyway,
I love Phil.
he made the best comparison. It's the good, the bad, and the ugly.
Yeah.
And you two are not Clint Eastwood.
Nope.
Yeah,
I just
there's
said
that.
Dark was like, which one are we?
Oh yeah, Dark is like, which one?
Which one are we? Like, he was all happy, like, saying, dude. Not a good thing.
One of you is bad and one of you is ugly, and I'm not gonna say which is which.
Just that neither one of you are Clint. So,
Oh yeah, neither
yeah.
of you are Clint Eastwood.
It's true.
Huh?
I said, this is true.
Oh yes. Yeah. I absolutely love just how Dark and Malcolm turned on each other
Oh, it was great. It was
and how
absolutely
they
great.
fought.
Until Phil turned around and called them lackeys or
Well,
henchmen, and they were like, "What? Excuse me?"
Try again.
No,
And
this,
then they were
this is all,
unified. You
this
know.
is all Malcolm being a master manipulator. He called himself all of that stuff in front of him, right? When it was just him and
Yep.
Phil, right? And
Oh.
then Phil turns around and uses his exact words, calls him a lackey or a henchman when he was in front of Dark and goes, "See? Even he thinks that. No, you planted that into his head."
You're right, because he is that kind of master manipulator.
Yeah.
I just love the one-liners. They were like,
But at the same time, he's not wrong. So it is not a manipulation in terms of changing something. It's a manipulation in terms of getting him to say what is actually happening to have Dark realize it, you know.
Yeah.
So it's a manipulation to tell the truth as opposed to a manipulation to create a lie.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
all their one-liners to each other are hilarious.
I'd love to see you lose another hand, Malcolm.
Yeah. Oh, wait a minute. You know, you in the. Oh, wait a minute. You don't have a future.
Oh, that's right. I watched you die.
I watched you.
The back and forth was just amazing.
Oh my god, it really was. Oh man, I was gonna say something else. I don't know. I thought I was gonna say something else and I lost it.
Oh.
Your brain did not do a thing.
Can we please talk about the one thing that we need to talk about, like
Yes.
the return of a certain character?
The Black Flash?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, that's who that was? 'Cause
Black
That
Flash.
is what Zoom turned into at
Yes.
the
I was like, is
end
that a
of
zombie?
Flash.
Oh.
That is Zoom.
That's what's left of Zoom. It's not Zoom. It's not. It's the
It's-
spirit of the Black Flash.
It's twisted Zoom, but yeah.
All I saw was this
Zombie.
face zombie thing, and I was like,
Which you already saw when Zoom got collected from the what was it, the time wraiths?
Yeah. But we
Remember his face started warping? You saw the stuff go over his mouth, and like you kind of saw that transformation as he was being ripped away.
But we didn't see the way he like because
Correct.
he moves all like lanky and
Right.
like
Whoever
Yeah.
that is has huge thighs. If it's not computer generated, then whoever is in that has
it
huge
is. It
thighs.
definitely is. You can tell by the way he was
It
moving in the
moves. That
darkness.
has-
Yeah.
Huge. I'm not. I noticed that. I'm like, holy, wow.
Yeah.
Because up until now, all the Flashes I've ever seen, they're all pretty skinny. They're all pretty stealth, and these ones have.
Zoom had some pretty thunder thighs as well.
He was pretty. Zoom
I
was
mean-
He's beefy.
Yeah.
Thawne is a little broader than the rest of the speedsters.
I mean, nobody's Barry.
Nobody's
Exact-
there. Barry's the stickiest.
Yeah, he's
Then
lanky.
Stickleton.
Stickleton is Barry.
Stick Stickly.
But yeah, so I thought of this because I've seen 1,000 playthroughs of Until Dawn. And the way the Wendigos, the bad guys, move in that game is very almost exactly how the Black Flash moves. And it's so creepy. I was like, oh my god. Don't
Well,
make a
in most
sound.
lore,
Don't breathe.
Wendigos are like Native American spirits. They're not,
Yes.
they're not actual creatures.
Yes.
So, and Black Flash is pretty much that. I think Black Flash is kind of, it's believed that Black Flash is actually the Speedster's Grim Reaper.
Yes. And I mean, we've seen the
Because the regular Grim Reaper is too slow to catch. Yeah, so that's what Black Flash
and we've
is.
seen the wraiths, and at first thought they were wraith. It was a wraith, but he figured it's not. It's something new. And I think the wraiths took Zoom, turned him into the Black Flash for this reason, because they knew they were gonna need something more powerful than them. Because Barry beat the wraiths before. So, honestly, I think Barry's gonna run up against the Black Flash when he inevitably does something stupid. So, this is gonna be a very scary thing. This is I think the Wraith's trump card for stuff they can't deal with.
I don't like Thawne, but knowing that the Black Flash is after him, how freaking terrifying! He stood there as still as he could. He looked like he was shitting his pants the whole time.
He was so scared.
Well, Dark
I was
like,
waiting for him to take off.
It's
I
like,
was waiting for it. I was like,
Dark-
come on, move,
Dark's-
move, just move.
It's
Dark's
like
sitting there
Jurassic
like,
Park
no.
and the Tyrannosaurus all over again. It's comparing
Can't see you.
it's comparing Dr. Grant to the lawyer,
The Lord, well, he was already on the pod.
The one I have on my side is the blood-sucking lawyer.
Thank you.
it was just really interesting when Thawne explained to Dark and Malcolm what the hell was going on and why he was moving, and then when Dark was there with Thawne like shitting his pants, not moving, Dark was just like, dude, it's okay, shh, don't move. He was sitting there like making sure that everything's gonna be okay because they have so much invested into Thawne because he's kind of how they're gonna get out of their mess. So they actually started coming together at that point. It was really interesting.
Yeah.
Yes, and they sort of like force him into an equal footing in the Legion.
And it's very clever to just be like, every time he comes around, he's constantly like on the go. Like, I don't think anything of that because that's a speedster. We know speedsters move fast, so it didn't cross my
Probably
mind.
got shit to do.
Yeah, it didn't cross my mind that, he's running from something, or, he's only here for a limited time, and then he's got to, like, I'm just figuring he's running around trying to do stuff. But when you really start to analyze it, and they're just like, he is a speedster who could travel through time and literally has all the time in the world, he should never be in a rush.
He's running from time itself.
Yeah, that really started bringing everything into perspective.
Yeah,
and then,
I never thought of that.
Yeah, and then when we bring like the whole story, and it was Stein that realized, who he was.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
For the Legends.
Yeah, when they said it's a speedster that shouldn't be, then he was like, "Oh shit!"
And then, my head instantly started hurting, right? And I'm just like, "Oh no, here we go," because I already thought we had this explained, and now this is before Eobard clarified anything, but like we're having this whole thing, and they're saying this, it's Eobard for this reason, this reason, this reason. Then we have Malcolm and them saying that he can't stay still, and then Stein clarified that he's running, and then I'm like, but how did he sit in a cell for 4 months on the Flash? That was what was bothering me. And then as soon as the commercial break came back, while I'm sitting there getting really, really brain crampy, he addresses it immediately. And I'm just like, I can breathe now.
If I don't move, he doesn't sense me anymore.
No, it was this didn't start happening, and he explained why why Black Flash was only coming from after that. He got into that, and like that whole it made it easier for me. It was he detected him during there. Like that's why, like when he left, that was like the time aberration that caught its attention. So that explains why the Black Flash didn't come for him when he was in prison for 4 months in, episode 1 of the season on the Flash.
Yeah. That, and he wasn't moving.
Yeah, I honestly think the fact
he didn't have his powers in season 1, though, right?
Well, I mean, this season on the Flash, I was talking about.
Oh, okay. He wasn't moving either.
Because if you remember, at the beginning of Flashpoint, he was in the cell. Barry had him locked up for 4 months while Barry was running around alternate Flashpoint timeline.
And he couldn't use his powers then either. So he wasn't...
Right, exactly.
He couldn't be sensed.
Correct. So, like I said, when Stein was explaining things, my head hurt. When it got back to Eobard, and Eobard clarified
things... He's a scientist.
I was able to breathe relief and be like, you know what? My head doesn't hurt anymore.
So here's my problem with this episode.
Okay.
Okay.
And you're all probably going to tell me I'm stupid.
You're stupid.
Thank you. So they're like, let's find a name for our speedster. I'm like, good. Go ask Barry. And then they come back and they're like, we asked Barry and he doesn't have an answer. It's like, did you describe what this speedster looks like? I just got so mad. I'm like, there's no way Barry didn't know it was Thawne. Like, Barry knew Thawne was out there. Yeah. Barry knew. Like, if they went to ask Barry...
Did they actually ask Barry? Because
that's what they said.
I just remember...
they were in Central City.
I just remember Sarah saying, well, all the speedsters that we all know are dead. Like, all the ones Barry know are dead. I didn't necessarily get that implied that they asked Barry.
They asked Barry.
Yeah.
Well, if they didn't ask Barry, they're fucking dumb.
I agree.
Yeah. They were in 2017 Central City. They could have asked him.
I agree.
They were right there.
And when they had their, like, pictures of, look at all these speedsters, they were all good guys. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me?
No,
why are we looking at the good guys?
Not all of them. No, Zoom was on there,
I didn't see Zoom on there.
Yeah, Zoom was on there.
I didn't see Zoom on there. I don't know. I was just like, you guys are fucking idiots. Anyway, you're right. Stein stepped in and...
No, we're talking about Zoom. I mean, Zoom is the Black Flash. We're talking about the current speedster.
Flash!
I mean, they kind of cross over, so we kind of have to address it.
I know.
Would you not want us to bring up the Flash?
Oh, no, I was just... Oh. I don't know very much of it, so I'm just like... I'm just like, are we done? Okay, come in now?
Can I input yet? No? Okay.
Okay, I'll just...
It's kind of the same way when you guys start talking about Arrow, and the only input I have is that Laurel is stupid. Even though she's not on the show anymore, I still say it.
Yeah.
Laurel makes bad choices.
Well, even though like Nikki doesn't watch Arrow, like I told her in conversation, I go, oh, by the way, Laurel was on Arrow and she turned out to not be Laurel. She was Earth 2 Laurel, and she broke out of Barry's prison. So at least now that Nikki knows that
He didn't break
Black
out
Siren
some
is not
program.
still sitting in Star Labs in a cell somewhere, you know.
Okay.
So
Well, granted, she didn't break out. She got broken out.
yeah, but still.
She's not in there anymore. That's
No, she's not there anymore.
something I can be like, oh, in a future episode of Flash, they're like, oh no, she's gone. Where did she go? And I'll be like, yeah, where did she go?
My
No, I
question
know.
is, like,
She's put it in Argus now.
they have Black Flash right now. They locked him in that safe, the vault.
Yeah.
What's gonna stop him? What stopped Eobard in the first place from phasing through the wall?
The lead, probably, or how thick it was. Maybe there's a certain amount of you can't go through.
I mean, what stops all the metas from getting out?
Those are
Yeah, but that's
they're
different. This is a
specially
vault. This
created
isn't
to.
made
this is
to
a
do
vault.
that.
I'm just thinking that the thickness, maybe it's too
Yeah.
thick, or like maybe because he can't sense where he's
Well,
going.
I mean, if we want to go and we want to talk about spirits, we know that salt and iron kind of contain them. So maybe
In certain supernatural universes.
I think
I'm
also the
I'm
time
kidding.
it would have taken for him to get through something that thick, Black Flash would have been there killing him already.
Yeah.
So that also might have been it.
But what's
'cause
going
they
to stop
did have
Black Flash
time-
from getting out? They said it's only a matter
No,
of time
just
before he gets
time.
out.
Exactly. Just time.
It's just going to
So
take time.
It's enough time for them to get away and for Thawne to stop using his powers so that he loses the trail.
Mm,
I think is what it is.
Yeah, I just think I just think it would take him too much time to get through how thick it is, because it is a vault after all, and it's a vault in the future, so who knows what exactly they're using.
Future Vault.
Yeah.
Future.
True.
So we don't know what kind of metal they have in the future.
Yeah, and like all of this explains why Eobard is still alive even at this point, when I
Yeah.
was like, but he shouldn't exist even in the future, even though, he time traveled from the future to the past, and then Eddie killed himself to prevent, and then he disappeared instantly, and why are we seeing him again? And then we're like, because he originally traveled, and like that whole map
It's a time
scheme
loop.
hurts my head. It really does.
Well,
and
yeah,
I really
we
want to sit
already
there and
knew-
think about it. But because of the way they explained how time takes time to cement, and he's running from that, and if he stops, we now found out Black Flash is what would stop him.
cement?
Would
I
what
think
would cause him to
normally,
cement.
I think normally it would have been the time rates, but
yeah.
in this case, they have the Black Flash to do it for them.
Yeah.
Well,
I don't
and
know.
I
I
mean,
feel
we-
like the time wraiths are for the living, and Black Flash is for the dead, which Eobard
those-
is technically dead.
He technically doesn't exist.
Yeah,
But-
he technically does not exist.
But the wraiths, when the wraiths catch you, they kill you.
Right. But
Yeah.
they go after the living, where Eobard
Living
technically does not exist
does
right
not
now.
exist.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean he's dead.
Well, he's not alive.
He's stuck. Well, they also explained this a while in the Flash, in a different way, and we're seeing a different side of it now, obviously. But he because of the time travel he did in his life, he kind of exists a little bit outside of it and can.
Right. No, that's
live
what I
even
mean,
though
but
he was born.
it's going to get to the point where he doesn't. Because of taking time to cement. Because Eddie killing himself means he never would have been born in the first place.
Yes, but what I'm saying is the reason Eobard's still around is because he exists outside of that time. And the only way Eobard's gonna go anywhere is if Black Flash catches him.
I mean,
Right.
in a way.
Exactly.
If he stays away from Black Flash, he's not gonna disappear. He's still gonna exist.
Exactly.
Yeah.
He's still gonna have to
So-
keep running.
It's kind of like Eobard when he first started traveling back in time, made his own flashpoints.
This is Eobard before season 1 Flash that we're dealing with right now, right? This Eobard traveled from 20 whatever,
Oh wait. Yes.
right?
This
This is
is- this is-
before he went to take over Wells's body in season 1 Flash.
Yes.
This is that. He traveled to season 3 of the Flash to do reconnaissance work, to meet these people, to find out who they were before they had a chance to know who he was. And then after he knew who they all were, because we had that whole thing where Barry trapped him and he was sitting in the cell and Barry was going to kill him, so he never did take over Wells and all that. That was Eobard's first time meeting that team. Then Eobard went from that time to do some other stuff in the meantime, and then went back, killed Barry's parents, and then took over Wells's body, right? But now because of Flashpoint, Barry stopped him, took him to the side, and he went and had this little side tangent.
Yeah, so this is a different... We
And then
can
they
say
reset
this
the
is a different
timeline.
Wells than the one... This is a different Eobard than the one that took over Wells? Can we
Yeah.
say that?
No, it's the same one, it's but before he did it.
I need more
But he's
alcohol.
still gonna do it.
He's going to do it, yes.
Okay.
This is still before that.
Okay. And if we're running on the he exists out of time, even if the Wraith catches him, he still will do the whole Wells thing. Even if the Black Flash catches him. Because that's not going to change. Because that's sort of cemented already.
Kind of. I don't know, that's
Yeah,
wishy-washy.
We don't know what happened.
That's
I need more
wishy-washy.
alcohol for this.
I'm pretty sure even if
Oh.
Nicole looks like she's in pain.
I told you,
Kinda am.
my head hurts. I warned you.
Your head hurts, but you're still able to communicate about it. So that
Well-
it's just like this is just. I'm all like.
No,
what?
I mean, like, it hurts. It does hurt. But, like, it's... At this point, it's undefined of what's going to happen. Because when time cements, right? If Eobard gets caught and gets wiped out of the timeline, does all this stuff that he did actually happen? If it does, then Eddie would have had no reason to kill himself. And therefore, Eobard will exist again. And therefore Eddie's going to exist, right? So there's
Yeah, I
all
don't think
kinds of
that's gonna
crazy
happen.
stuff that they could do with it,
Yeah.
which I think is totally within the realm of them doing. It's just a matter of how they're going to handle it, and it depends on what happens to Eobard here in Legends.
Yeah.
So,
Which I doubt the Black Flash is gonna catch him. One way or another.
I don't know.
Because, I mean,
Maybe in the end.
the three of them teaming up against him.
Oh, those
No,
two are
pretty
going to double
impressive.
cross him. Those two are going to double cross him.
Whatever.
As soon as they get what they want.
I don't know.
I have a feeling.
We already.
And then they're
seen-
going to go against each other.
I
Because
mean-
they're all about themselves. Both of them are.
They are, but kind of not. Like you saw Damien being all about himself and not giving
Well,
a
they
shit
are.
about
They're opportunists.
his. He's not. He doesn't give a shit about anything but himself. We see that. We see him like he doesn't care about innocent people. He doesn't care about repercussions. He just wants to get things done, and it doesn't matter how it happens, blood, gore, whatever. Whereas Malcolm, he kind of wants to think things through. He wants to kind of go around the bush. He doesn't want to, apparent like violence, and he doesn't want to make a show. And he doesn't. It seems like he doesn't want to hurt people, innocent people that might be kind of in the way. He kind of wants to skirt around them and go for the objective. So you see them taking different perspectives on their goals. So I
And
don't
I
know.
don't-
I don't know.
I don't think that Malcolm's necessarily avoiding violence. I think Malcolm's more big picture. If we do this down the line, we're not going to have this guy to help us, sort
There's
of
that.
mentality.
I just
Less
think he doesn't want to make a big show of everything because he doesn't want to
does.
draw attention.
He doesn't want to make the big waves in the pool. That's fine. But
Which is funny, because he does want to make the big waves, like, when it counts.
Well,
Because we've, seen him and Ollie do showdowns, like, big spectacle shits. But Malcolm saves that. That's always the last thing he does is the big show.
right, and
Well,
their
kind
end game
of
goal
like-
right now, their end game goal is the Spear of Destiny, so they can alter their paths, right?
Yeah.
We have each of them want it for different reasons. Malcolm wants it to change his past. Damien wants it to
change his
create a future for him because right now he doesn't have one. And this is what I think is going to happen with Eobard is he's going to cement it so he exists again.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And if that's the case,
Yeah.
then
there's no amount
he
of
will
time
exist out
travel
of time. Like that will be something that he created with the spear, and I think that's actually what's going to happen because we know
Yeah.
how important Eobard is to the overall picture of everything in the Flareoverse, especially in the comics. So I feel like they're gonna succeed, even if it's only to benefit Eobard.
I hope it only benefits Eobard.
Me
because
too.
if Malcolm is Ra's al Ghul again, I might just throw my table out the window.
I like the
reason to not watch Arrow.
He throws that in Damien's face too. That was hilarious.
Yeah. I was Raish for a hot second. It's like,
he's like, shut up.
Okay, calm down.
Yeah.
But you know it got to Dark. It's like a thorn right in the side.
It did. And I'm sitting there like, funny, Malcolm, how you're not telling Dark that you were actually his lackey. Funny. Because Malcolm was Dark's bitch for a while.
It's Malcolm in the middle.
He did his dirty work.
I need more alcohol.
I just went there. Just went there. Malcolm in the middle.
No, it's not.
Yeah.
What I found fascinating was what was actually going on with Rip. Because halfway through this episode, I was thinking, they don't call him the magician for nothing. I was thinking maybe Rip actually used the Spear of Destiny and rewrote his past, but he just sectioned off his memories on a disc or whatever. And I like the bank info on his tooth. That was hilarious. And Malcolm's like, no, why did you put that in my hand? Why?
Is he actually a germaphobe?
He might be. I don't know.
Because that would be an
it's
interesting
also,
weakness for a villain.
Oh, dear Lord.
Wow.
Oh my God.
I would be impressed if you just made that just now, but I know that's from somewhere else. So
it's on Reddit.
It is.
Oh,
it's on the Legends of Tomorrow Reddit.
I fucking forgot what I was gonna say.
You're welcome.
Oh my God.
Oh
no, but I think when Eobard put it in his hand, he deliberately put it in his flesh hand and not his robo hand.
Yeah.
He's like, here, have a tooth.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like, ew.
Funny. Like, oh God.
Yeah.
But yeah, they do succeed in the end. They get away from the Black Flash, and Thawne is gonna fuck with Rip's mind. He's gonna make him evil.
Evil.
Well, it'll be better than the regular Rip, who was just an idiot.
The more I think about this, it's so accurate because you have Eobard from the future, you have Damien from the past, which literally puts Malcolm in the middle.
But when
it
you
just
add
keeps getting better and better.
But when you add Rip into the equation, where does Malcolm fall?
He's still in the middle. Just not right in the middle.
But in terms of Legion of Doom.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So Lily, we got to see a little bit of Lily and what her science-y expertise is. Apparently she just carries around an ion scanner or whatever that thing was called.
Yeah.
Yeah, it just happens to have one handy. Portable.
Well, that's her field.
Miniaturized technology.
Yeah.
That she made while she was in...
I don't vacation very well.
Yeah, she was in what, Jamaica?
She was in Tahiti.
Tahiti?
Of course it would be Tahiti.
It's a magical place, I hear.
I hear it is a magical place. Hey, did you guys know Coulson was dead?
Yeah.
S.H.I.E.L.D. We're not doing S.H.I.E.L.D. yet.
No. Spoilers!
I love her interaction with Gideon.
Oh my God, I did too.
And then she's talking to Gideon. Gideon's responding, and then she's like, just buzzes her and shuts her down for a hot second. And then Gideon comes back and it's like, da-da-da. Oh, I don't know.
Well, what if we overload the CPU? The CPU has a name. Okay, Gideon, I'm sorry.
You can't kill me.
All right. And I just love when Stein told everyone, he looked directly at Mick and said, don't tell her. He just
What does he fucking do? He can't help
got
himself.
himself.
And of course,
Why
Mick
would you
did it
do
as predicted.
Fake food for a fake person. What? Nothing. He said nothing. Mick, for fuck's sake, dude.
Yeah.
To
nothing.
point Mick out of the crowd and say, "Don't do that," that's asking him to do it. So,
Oh,
like,
he's
Well, I'm
dude,
gonna
he
fucking
is.
do it.
like,
I need that machine though.
The replication machine.
Yeah,
It can't
But
replicate
yeah.
American cheese.
it's okay.
that's fine. American cheese is
I will
fake
stick with,
anyways.
I'll stick
Exactly
with
what Ray
provolone.
said.
He'll just.
I know
stick
that was my favorite thing though. Like you can't do American cheese. It's mostly synthetic anyway.
Exactly.
So it can't synthesize synthetic things.
Okay. Well,
I
like
figured.
I know that those Kraft cheese slices, the American cheese slices, they share like 85% the same amount of particles as a garbage bag.
Ugh, those things
Yeah,
are
it's
nasty.
just oil. It's just oil.
It's just oil.
It's fake cheese, guys.
It's
Don't eat it.
ugh, it's disgusting. That's what it is.
It's gross.
Like I like Land O'Lakes
It's
American
cheddar.
cheese. You know, when you guys ever notice when you go to the grocery store and you order like whatever amount of Land O'Lakes American cheese, the bag says LOL cheese.
It does. It does. That's my favorite thing.
Yeah.
Lol cheese.
I
Lol
giggle
cheese.
to myself every time I see it.
Yeah.
I
Um,
never get American cheese because I'm not really a fan. So I haven't gone to a deli and got it sliced for
You
me.
would. I think
The
you'd
only
like
time
Land
I get-
O'Lakes.
Well,
like,
any Land O'Lakes.
Pasteurized cheese.
Yeah.
It'd be
No,
like making Rotel the
Land O'Lakes
dip.
American cheese is nowhere near like Kraft American cheese. It's not synthetic
Yeah,
cheese. It's
Kraft
actual
American
cheese.
No, I know.
So.
Anyway,
Lol
you should be
cheese.
eating
Cheese
cheddar
is
because
bullshit.
it is the superior cheese.
Cheddar.
Lol cheese.
Well,
Lol cheese.
my absolute favorite line in this episode is, "Gray, are you drinking whiskey? Whiskey? No, it's brandy. I'm not a sailor."
What do you think I am?
So fucking funny.
Yeah. Well, at first he would try to pull it off as sit back and drink some Earl Grey tea. That is not tea. It's just like
Not
that's not tea.
I have a question.
Mhm.
Lily's not going back to 2017, correct?
No, she is.
Oh, she is.
Yes.
I think Stein just didn't want her to leave without him talking to her
Yes, that's correct.
about it.
Okay.
And yeah, so it was like, oh, surprise, surprise!
That
Somebody
was-
in the show
that-
can't talk about their feelings.
That was a very
Oh.
quick heart-to-heart turnaround, I want to say.
Yeah.
Like, it
Yeah.
seemed like the explosion fight was 10 times longer than what it took for them to make up, you know?
Yeah, I think it was probably just reactionary. Like, oh my god, I'm an what?
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah, it's an emotional response as opposed to a logical response, and
Yeah.
yeah. I was gonna say hashtag politics, but
Hashtag politics.
You said it anyway,
Yep.
though. So,
Yeah.
I do love the fact that Ray was all excited. She's going to do that. Yeah, I'm all board. He's just like, yeah, I want to help.
oh yeah, oh my god, them working together was adorable.
I thought for sure there might be something, you know.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
so-
Well, maybe.
Ray is
No. Stein's going to be like, no.
yeah, seriously. Ray is the ship's man whore, so who knows?
mm-hmm.
Wow, he is.
He is.
Yeah, he really is.
He is. He's a self-proclaimed ladies' man that has the worst luck with ladies.
Well, think of that last episode when he's like, what's her face? The other girl from the past. We're sleeping. We were taking it, but not together.
Oh,
He
yeah.
kept
Amaya.
not together. He was like, not together.
Is
We're
it
together.
just me, or does it seem far-fetched to believe that he's got the ladies' man skills? Like, it just doesn't. I don't see it. I don't.
It doesn't translate.
Yeah,
No.
The only thing he
Well,
has where
okay.
he attracts women is that he's cute.
and
He's
he's got
really
money.
cute.
Here's the
And he's
thing.
rich, yeah.
Here's the thing. We know him now. So we know how much of a doofy dork he is.
Yeah, I guess.
When he first came onto Arrow, he was suave as fuck. And then we got to know him and we're like, you're actually just a giant loser.
Yeah, I guess.
So
You're a big
someone
doof.
who doesn't know him yet, he's got that charm.
He
But
could
once you get to know him, it's like, oh, you're a big loser.
Well, it's
Like that's fine. I'm cool with you, but
he fakes it until you get to know him, and then you see everything behind the scenes. It's like, don't pay attention to the man behind the curtain. You know, he's the Wizard of Oz shit.
Brian Griebel in chat says, did anyone notice that the champagne bottle said Guggenheim on it? It is it's the name of one of the producers. That's actually kind of cool. I did not know that.
it is, yeah.
Noticed it, but I was like,
It's also a museum.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
That's why I don't think I noticed, because it's a museum.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's a museum.
Uh-huh.
I like
Yeah.
when they throw little things like that in there.
Ugh.
Does anyone have anything else to say about this episode?
I don't know. There's just
I need more Black Flash in my life.
Or
Zombie
I'm
Flash.
honestly shocked.
On a
Let's
mission.
call him Zombie.
I'm honestly
the
shocked
face.
that Black Flash made his return on Legends of Tomorrow, because it seemed like that was a very pivotal scene in The Flash. But at the same time, I'm really happy, because this is what I wish Marvel would do with their movies, is set up a premise of something huge on one and have it continued on another without like a whole shebang about it. Like, there was no explanation that this was Zoom and all this in this episode. Like, Rachel had absolutely no idea. Nikki, who actually watched The Flash, didn't have a clue. Me, I go, that looked like what Zoom turned into. So I was just going under the assumption, Cleo's 100%. She's like, that was definitely Zoom.
Oh,
You know,
yeah,
like-
there's no... As soon as he showed up, I'm like, Black Flash!
Yeah. See, I don't know about the Black Flash. I researched it after, but I was like, I'm pretty sure that's Zoom. So I looked in, I Googled Zoom Legends of Tomorrow, and it's like Zoom makes his return, and then they started calling him Black Flash, and then I did some research on Black Flash.
Well,
But-
yeah, I remember when we did the Flash episode, we were talking about him becoming Black Flash, and that's what was happening when he was being taken away.
Yeah. See, and that's what I love about this show, is just because you expect it to be something that is carried over on The Flash, because it happened there. But it's not. It's something started there and is progressing here. And that is what I love. That's what makes me feel like this is a shared, connected universe more than anything.
See, they're not doing that in the Marvel movies, but on the Netflix series, they are trying to make such connections.
But they're
But
not
not-
doing it in S.H.I.E.L.D. at all.
They are. They are. The
Kinda.
entire premise of S.H.I.E.L.D. is based off of the Sokovia Accord.
Yeah,
The entire
it's just
season.
it feels disconnected though. Still,
They still mention the Sokovia Accords. They
Yeah, no,
mention
they're
Secretary
mentioning
Ross,
stuff.
They mention Iron Man.
They're
they're mentioning, but
mentioning
it doesn't sound. It
Yeah,
just
no, I
doesn't
know.
feel.
That's
feel
all.
connected.
That's
But
what
the
makes me feel
concept
disconnected.
of the Sokovia Accord says this is...
No, I know. I get it. I'm just saying, all they're doing on the Marvel stuff is mentioning stuff, with the exception of Netflix, and that's the only series I'm still watching out of the Marvel stuff. Where here on the DC, the TV show, it's literal action on one show causes a reaction on another, and that just makes it feel like a living, breathing universe to me.
It's also
helps
easier when they have all the same writers.
that, and
true.
they're all in the same network. They're
That
all in
is
the
also
same
true.
place, recording in the same area. They have the same
No, I get
writers.
that. I
They
get
have.
that. That's also true.
It's easy to cross over. So
They still were doing that before Supergirl officially got thrown in, though.
Yeah, that's
so,
true.
yeah, that's true.
You know, they made their effort. They went out of the way for that one, and
Mhm.
I'm sure there were already talks to bring it to the CW at the point of when that went into production, which is how they got away with making wisecracks at the CW on that show.
You
Yeah.
look like a racially diverse cast from the CW show.
Yeah,
My God,
Yeah.
I forgot about that.
yeah, I will never forget
I
that.
love that joke.
Wow.
I loved it. Yeah, you belong
They
in like
did
the
a similar
CW.
joke. They did a similar joke like that in Jane the Virgin.
Mhm.
Where the father was like go auditioning and he leaves and he's like, oh, this is a shitty network or whatever, and they pan up it's the CW because he got rejected.
Yeah. Oh my God,
Yeah.
I forgot about that scene.
Oh my god, that scene, I was dying. Anyway, next episode is called Turncoat. When the legends find a new time aberration, they learn they must travel to the winter of 1776 to protect
General George Washington.
Protect George Washington and the American Revolution.
Oh, yeah.
Unfortunately, things don't go as planned, forcing Sarah to send out Nate and Amaya to help.
Of course, things don't go as planned. They never do.
Especially with the legends. Meanwhile, Jax and Stein, who are busy protecting the incapacitated Wave Rider from their new enemy, are forced to step into roles they don't think they are prepared for.
Oh, that
Good.
was the
I
other
like.
thing I was going to bring up. Sorry.
I like Jax and Stein doing stuff they're not comfortable with.
And I love Stein telling his daughter, "Oh, by the way, I'm just one half of a nuclear superhero."
She's like, funny. That's funny.
I think he probably said that because Lily was showing a slight interest in Jax, and that would be really awkward for Stein.
Oh, please do that.
No.
Do that. Do that.
No, that's terrible.
Do that. Do it.
That's a bad idea.
It's like Back to the Future all over again.
Hold on, though. I don't believe that Lily doesn't know he's Firestorm. Because
No,
the wife knew he was Firestorm. The wife was there when he was... I mean, he was gone for 6 months.
Well,
training.
Him and Ronnie were hiding under a bridge. Like, I don't believe she doesn't know he's Firestorm.
But now that they have a daughter, maybe things changed and she wasn't there when it happened.
Maybe. She could have been in,
Yeah.
you know, doing her
Yeah,
thing.
dance recital or something. Or
She could have been in Tahiti. We don't know.
But yeah, no, his daughter did not believe him at all. That was hilarious.
Okay. Rachel, where can the people find you?
You can find me at Twitter at Savannah17.
Nikki, where can they find you?
On Twitter as well at LadyVenom24, LadyVenom24.
Dom!
You can find me in Tahiti at Phenomedom, PHENOMEDOM.
Phenomenal.
Tahiti.
No.
You can find me at Clio Moto on Twitter, Twitch, and Pinterest. And you can find all of us at ASOTV Podcast on Facebook, Twitter, Gmail, Google+.
Space.
Right here on YouTube. Follow us for some more podcasts from some of your favorite TV shows, video games, and movies. Until next time. Bye, guys.
I think you had a hard time finding chicken nuggets in Tahiti, Dom.
Possibly. I gotta keep moving because Black Flash is after.
Yeah.
There's no Black Flash after you. Maybe a chicken nugget.
What?
Nom nom nom.